Hey y'all, Jamie here, proud 56-year-old trans woman from New Orleans. So, where last I left off, it was 4th of July 1997. I was on stage at a little bar in Houma called Kicks. Now, I had gone out on stage. I was doing an Annie Lennox song, Money Can't Buy It, okay? I used to love to do that song. It was one of my favorite songs to perform to. So, I had found these little Victorian candle holders, like they were the crystal cups, the cut crystal little cups that you stick the candle in on the candlestick, and it had like crystals, teardrop crystals hanging off of the little cup, and the little cup was to catch the wax. I found some of those at the craft store, and I bought two of them. It had like crystals hanging, like fringe crystals hanging all the way around the cups, right? Now I took the hole that the candle went through and I glued pasties, like stripper pasties for your nipples. I glued those inside the holes that usually hold the candles. Inside of this pasties, I took sparklers, fireworks sparklers, and I super glued the sticks of these fireworks sparklers. I super glued those inside of the pasties. Okay, you follow me? So I glued, spray adhesive and glue, and I glued these heavy ass, they were plastic, but they looked like crystal cups over my breast they were homemade pasties, like really. And so I put them on my breast with the sparklers, came out on stage in a white iridescent cape. The cape comes off. I'm doing the song Annie Lennox's Money Can't Buy It. If any of you know the song, I'm doing that song. Loved doing that song. And I set the sparklers on fire and start dancing around the stage and spinning and twirling with the lights down and the black lights on. And the sparklers are going and everybody's clapping and it's going wonderfully, right? Until the sparklers start burning down closer to my body. When the sparklers start burning down closer to my body, y'all, it started to get hot. Those fucking sparks started landing all over my body. I had not rehearsed this. I really should have rehearsed this little number first. I did not. I did not rehearse it first. Burned the fuck out of myself, all over my body, little hot sparks landing all over my body. It didn't really like leave burn marks or anything, but it lit me up. Those little hot sparks, I will never forget that. Never did that stunt again. I did keep the pasty holders and the candle holder cups. I kept those as breast appliques, and I wore those behind the bar at Le Roundup. Sure did. Wore those behind the bar at Le Roundup as a top. Okay. I was not very good at keeping clothes on in those days, y'all. I went through a lot to have body. You know what I mean? Like, I went through a lot to have curves. So the curves that I had, even though they weren't even as curvaceous as I am now in life, but the curves that I had, I was very proud of, and you couldn't get me to keep clothes on. So, Anyway, that night passes. I still have my little Chevy Astro minivan. I loved this fucking van. It was my own little hotel room on wheels. When Mickey was in town from offshore, when he was in town from offshore, if I was horny and if I wanted to do something about it, I had a little hotel room on wheels. Sure did. Now, keep in mind, I had people whispering in my ear. See, this makes me sound awful, like I was constantly cheating on Mickey. And during that time, it was happening a little more frequently. It was honestly happening more frequently. However, I was hearing word of all the shenanigans he was up to. So this wasn't just a one-way street, y'all. It was working both ways, I can assure you. I heard all the rumors, Mickey, if you're watching. I heard all the rumors, darling. So anyway, and I know they weren't just rumors either. Mickey has tells. Like if Mickey tells you, I hate that bitch. I can't stand that bitch. I don't know why she's looking at me. I wish she'd stop looking at me. I don't know why that bitch is talking about me. I can't stand her. Anytime I heard anything like that, y'all, I knew instantly he was either fucking them, trying to fuck them, was going to fuck them. Okay? One of those three options. So anyway, I'm down in the French Quarter one night with my little minivan, and I had had some drinks. Yeah, I had had some drinks at the bar. I was at La Roundup and I had had some drinks and I got in my van to go home. Yeah, I'm driving through the French Quarter. There's a street called Toulouse and then there's a street called Dauphine. Okay, now there's a stop sign there. Okay, there is a stop sign there, but not for the direction I was going. Okay, so I'm going on Toulouse and I'm about to cross Dauphine. And as I come into the intersection, this little pickup truck out of nowhere on Dauphine's side comes slamming into me, T-boning me, y'all. I mean, T-boned me. I immediately jerked my head to the right when it happened because I saw him coming. I felt the impact. My whole van went spinning around and I felt the glass, like my whole window exploded on me and my door came up actually to my hip. It was touching my hip and crunched in on the side of the van. And I had been drinking. And then the police showed up. If y'all want to know what happens next, darling, y'all know the routine. Be here next time and I will too. I love you all. I love you all for watching and I love you for the comments. Y'all are going to find out how I earned the nickname of the car crash queen of New Orleans. Talk to you later, y'all. Bye.